Yo guys, so this is basically something that you have seen in the thumbnail, so let me go straight to it. This is something that was uploaded by Mr. Crypto Freestyle, so big shout out. And now he's saying that he's connecting the dots, well, something that I was basically mentioning about yesterday in the previous video about connecting the dots. So why Kaspa institutional momentum makes bearishness impossible? It's honestly impossible to be bearish on Kaspa when you start connecting the dots from this latest news. Paul Atkins, who was Trump's pick for SEC chairman, sits on the board of Securitize. Securitize has just partnered with Zodia Custody, a major player in crypto custody services, and what's one of the coins Zodia recently listed? Kaspa. Now add this to the mix. Marathon Digital Holdings, Mara, one of the largest Bitcoin mining companies, which has also started mining Kaspa a while ago, has also partnered with Zodia. This is a clear sign that Zodia is aligning itself with a top-tier blockchain projects, both in terms of mining giants like Mara and innovative platforms like Kaspa. Zodia's decision to list Kaspa underscores the confidence institutional players have in its technology and long-term potential. Think about what it means. Securitize, a platform deeply involved with institutional blockchain adoption, aligns with Zodia. Zodia then brings on Mara while simultaneously adding Kaspa to its list. These aren't just random moves, they are collectively add massive credibility to Kaspa and its ecosystem, with figures like Atkins indirectly tied to platforms now supporting Kaspa and Zodia forming partnerships with industry-leading leaders like Mara. The momentum behind Kaspa is undeniable. This is another clear example of why Kaspa's trajectory is so bullish. So guys, these are basically the people that we are talking about, alright? So this is obviously our, well, future new SEC, I believe that's going to happen from January 20th once Trump is going to get its full power. So guys, something big is brewing in the background, okay? And now if you think about it, right, this is something that I have read, I believe I have it somewhere on Twitter, but basically, you know, it kind of makes sense, just like with BTC, right? All of these JP Morgans and, you know, all of these guys were basically shaking out people, and they were saying that they are going to fire everybody that's going to be investing into crypto, into Bitcoin, you know, from their company, while actually JP Morgan itself was buying it in the background, right? So potentially something like this is happening right now with Kaspa's price being suppressed. But nonetheless, guys, let's have a look at this. Things are heating up for Kaspa. This is something uploaded by Kaspa Maxi, and we've got 24% big buy, medium buy, we've got 9, almost 10%, and we've got small buy 40%. So we've got sell, right, and now we got medium and small sell, right? So all of these basically put into together shows that we have much bigger buying pressure now, which obviously is a bullish thing for our beloved Kaspa. Something that I have actually mentioned about Mr. Kaspa is saying if Kaspa is actually the most revolutionary crypto since Bitcoin, big players will do whatever they can to get as much as possible. This includes suppressing the price, shaking out the impatient holders, and in order to accumulate more coins at lower prices. Don't let them shake you out. Guys, this definitely could be the case. So this is quick thing before I'm going to show you the Kaspa chart. Mr. Max is basically uploading this. Things are basically pointing to the fact that we could see around 200k BTC, but what does it mean for Kaspa and all of the altcoins? Well, bullishness in the market. Anyways, let's have a look at 4-hourly time frame for our beloved Kaspa. So guys, my beautiful cap and handle formation, I know you are probably laughing right now, actually played out. So we saw these highs of 17 cents 9, which is obviously great. We of course can see continuation towards, you know, 20 cents. That's why I'm going to just leave it, or actually what I'm going to do to make the chart a little bit more clear, let's say that we are going to put horizontal line in here because we are expecting the pump towards these levels, right, which obviously also, you know, roughly coinciding with the previous all-time highs. Referring to this trend line that basically goes from November 24th, we are still maintaining bullish structure. So what can potentially happen in a couple of days, right? We can definitely pull back to these levels and retest it as a support, and then probably bounce towards the upside and then conquer this level as a resistance until we are going to flip it into support. I mean Kaspa, right? Guys, on 4-hourly, things are looking quite overheated, looking at stochastic RSI and this, you know, MACD indicator. But let me actually get out of this and let's go to the daily time frame, guys. I don't know if you know, but I'm using these sometimes moon phases. So it's ridiculous how moon can actually predict the moves on the market, but so far it's actually working. So the blue one is basically bearish moon, right, and the gray one is bull moon. So guys, at the moment Could we see a little bit of a pullback? Well, that's something that we are going to cover by looking at liquidity very soon. And by the way, guys, if you want to trade Kaspa or something else, make sure that you check out Pionex. They are a good exchange, especially given the fact when they don't require stupid KYC from you and you don't have to submit your passport, your ID, or your driver's license. And also on the top of that, you can claim up to 5.5k USDT worth of bonuses if you register and basically, meet these requirements. So definitely check it out. Coming back to the chart, all right, let's have a look at the weekly for Kaspa. So on a weekly for Kaspa, we see that we are experiencing that bear moon, right? Whatever. Let me actually get out of this thing. And now, stochastic RSI is in here. However, one of you basically pointed out the fact that Kaspa is flipping bullish on MACD on a weekly, which definitely is a very bullish thing, right? Because this thing in here can very temporarily, dip on a weekly, for instance, or just create a couple of waves, or just, for example, go towards mid-range. However, MACD on a weekly is definitely much more solid indicator, in my opinion, that's basically showing us that Kaspa is entering that bullish momentum, right? But obviously that's already kind of a bullish thing, right? Something that I've showed to you. So now, guys, let's go to the bubbles, right? Because on the bubbles on a daily, we are experiencing aerodrome pumping 18% 9. We've got BitGet token, Uniswap, and all of this, right? Obviously Kaspa doesn't really look juicy among all of these, but on a weekly things are basically getting started. Anyways, now looking at ETFs, guys, and that's regarding my Ethereum thesis, right? So Bitcoin basically sees 376 million of inflows as of yesterday, 6th of December, and now Ethereum ETFs, let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum ETFs basically saw 83 million, but on the 5th of December 428, right? So what does it mean? Ethereum is going to start pumping, which means that, in my opinion, we are entering that phase 2, right? So Ethereum is going to experience its cycle, and after that big caps will, right? Just like Kaspa, because Kaspa is what, sitting at number 38 at the moment, right? So firstly, probably is going to be the near protocol, something that's above Kaspa, and the rotation of money is going to flow into Kaspa, especially when we are going to see these damn exchanges. Apart from that, good news is that Kaspa is basically going towards 4.5 billion USD in terms of market cap, and we are sitting above 88% mined Kaspa at the moment. And now, guys, coming back to very important charts, which is USDT dominance, I believe we are sitting at a verge of something legendary, in my opinion. So you see what's happening at the moment. We can technically argue that this is a birth-like formation over here for USDT dominance, which actually is a bullish kind of scenario for altcoins and all crypto. So we basically dipped below this orange level, which is huge, and we have also dipped below this 3.81% level. Then we had a spike towards the upside, so-called bearish retest, and at the moment we are hovering on 4-hourly in here. So guys, now to put things into perspective, on a daily time frame, once we are going to close red, that's going to be much bigger confirmation that we can see that continuation for altcoin rally. And on a weekly time frame, guys, this is still red. So I believe that this momentum is shifting towards proper altcoin season. Now looking at BTC's dominance, because obviously that's the dominance that we still have to follow. So you see what's happening. The same case that with USDT dominance, we saw the spike towards the upside, and now the dominance is falling off the cliff. However, Ethereum's dominance is gaining that momentum. It's taking that dominance away from BTC, which means that altcoins cannot really thrive yet, because you can clearly see that altcoins are trying to smash through this level of a resistance that's at 12% roughly. However, if I'm going to zoom this out, you can clearly see, guys, that this is macro resistance basically, and once we are going to close above it, stabilize, let's say on a daily firstly, and then hopefully on a weekly, we can expect a much bigger continuation, right? But I believe that Ethereum is going to steal that dominance from BTC now slowly, and from others, excluding top 10. Okay, so we still have a lot of time for our altcoins to pump like crazy and experience that continuation, in my personal humble opinion. Now guys, let's have a look at the liquidity for Kaspa. So Binance Kaspa on a daily. Now everybody is longing Kaspa, all right, but the thing is that Kaspa already went towards the upside. So we got 40 million worth of leverage on 7 daily for Kaspa. Now looking at the heat map, guys, this is Binance only, but you get the point, right? So I believe that what can potentially happen for Kaspa on 12 hourly is that we are going to grab this liquidity at 16 cents 7 and then probably go towards the upside, right? Let's have a look at 16 cents 7 and let's go to Kaspa's chart. So roughly 16 cents 7 is going to be in here, which is also going to coincide with this level of support and resistance with confirmations in here, well, roughly in here and in these areas, right? And that is going to be a little bit of a dip of how much? Well, 3%. I believe that this is something if you are scalping, right? So guys, you can clearly see how, you know, the price of Kaspa is, well, almost always going towards liquidity until we are going to see that huge injection of liquidity, you know, from different exchanges. Guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this quick update, and as always, peace and love crypto.